guys. Alright, so, just an hour before now, a just brand new car has been released, the C8 Corvette. It is finally out, and holy shit, is it a good car. We're gonna run through a couple photos here. Hold on, let me fix the camera. Sorry, I got a little bit excited when I started. Come on. Fuck it. Don't care. So, C8 mid-engine Corvette finally revealed. Sorry, I don't know if I said released. It's not actually out yet, but it is revealed. And boy, is it a doozy. So, coming in with the 6.2-liter LT2 engine, making a very solid 495 horsepower. It was estimated to be 500, which it is doing that nicely. Comes with certain things like standard leather interior. I did not see anything about a transmission. It looks wicked. It really does. Two massive side air tanks, still with the removable top, which is actually a really nice feature. And one of the coolest things is that the roof can still be stored in the car. That's something that Corvettes have been doing for a while. Is you can take the roof off, put it in the trunk, and it still works. So one of the cool things about this car is it still has a trunk. If you lift the rear body panel, I'll call it, the engine bay cover, also the trunk lid, because it still has a trunk, you can put the roof in there. That's actually really cool. Not a lot of mid-engine cars have any kind of storage back there. Usually the car just kind of ends as soon as the exhaust comes out. So that's all very, very, very cool. Again, the looks very angular. I think it does it. I think it looks great. It has subtle hints from the ZR1 more than the last Corvette. The ZR1's front fascia, I think, is a bit more reminiscent of the new C8 front fascia. The interior, I think the only issue there is the long spine of controls that is next to the driver. That is a little strange. That is also, now we know that is the leaked interior that was released a few months ago. They are one and the same. I don't know if I said it. I may have said it. Standard leather interior and stuff, so it's going to come already in a nice option like most Corvettes. I don't even know if Corvettes nowadays have a fabric interior option. I don't know if a Stingray comes with that. I don't think so. I don't think the LT1 Stingray comes with that. And again, this is only the Stingray. This is a Corvette Stingray, the base entry-level model. It is rumored that it's going to be about $70,000, which is a lot, but when you hear things like it's going to do a sub 0 to 60, or sub 3 seconds 0 to 60, whoa, that's really good. That's like really fucking good. That's awesome. That's crazy. So I know a bunch of people are going to be covering this car, and information will probably still is going to come out even better and better. Hopefully, it's probably unlikely, but again, I didn't see any information on this. It'll probably do a bit more in-depth kind of stuff, like what does it mean to have a sub 3 seconds 0 to 60, stuff like that. See all that later. But I don't know if it's coming out this year. Sorry, kind of excited about this. This is really cool news, especially since the C7 was the Corvette that showed a lot of young people that Corvettes are cool. They've always been cool, but they brought them more into light. A younger crowd, especially with people like Street Speed 717, showing them off and proving how good they are, and him going through a couple Z06s and a couple ZR1s and stuff, just showing how cool the model is. Has actually let people learn a little bit about the old Corvettes and go back and look at them and maybe aspire to getting one of those and things like that. That technically, you don't have to be a millionaire to get a Corvette. And I think that's been really good for the brand. It's been selling better than ever and things like that. So that's really cool. But it has, I just can't get over it, 500 horsepower with a Sub-Zero, and also 500 horsepower out of naturally aspirated motor. It's a 6.2-liter, the new LT2 versus the old LT1, naturally aspirated 6.2-liter, making 500 horsepower with that crazy of a time. It must have just amazing grip and traction and things like that. Apparently it's almost perfectly balanced. That happens when you put the engine in the middle. To put the heavy thing in the center, it works. I really, really like the idea of the rear cargo space and the front cargo space. If I'm not mistaken, the front still has a trunk, or a frunk, as people call it. I did not see that in the reveal photos, it actually being in use, but I can only imagine. Probably get a bunch of information from other automotive websites and things like that, actually giving a bit more info, but it's still very cool, and I still want to talk about it because the whole point of a YouTube channel is making videos on what you want to talk about, so that's what we're doing. The color that they revealed or showed the car, and with actually photos of the car, is in a orange. I dare say it's the same ZR1 orange, whatever that color is called. But alas, the digital images are in a very nice red. I don't think it's the red that's out now. It looks to be a little darker to me, but that just might be because it's in a black background and things like that, and it's also not real. So there's that. But those images are correct. They were leaked a few hours ago. Doesn't matter. Still cool. Now we know those are real. The rear end looks wicked. I really like the new taillights. The only thing that I am a little sad about with this vehicle, besides, okay, so I got two things that I don't like on the face of, but it'll probably be better. And of course, I'm gonna do my best to try and get behind one and see one in person, things like that. Would be the spine of buttons. I want to see what that's like in person to see if it makes sense. As of right now, it looks a little funky. But there is also the fact that it doesn't have the 4 exhaust coming out the rear. Now, of course, Corvettes haven't always been like that. I don't believe the C1, C2, or even C3 were like that, but C4, 5, 6, 7 were all like that. They all have 4 exhausts coming right out of the center, and that is really cool. Now they just have dual quad, or not dual quad, dual 2 exhaust tips coming out, which still looks really good, but I really like the quad exhaust, all nice and snug and next to each other. I thought that was always a really nice feature. It's gone. Oh well. To be honest, I bet someone's gonna make some form of kit, body kit, or just fashion their own tubing to go back in the regular spot, I'll call it, even though it's not original if we go off C1, because technically that came out of the bumper, which is still probably my second favorite exhaust out of Corvettes. But this is probably definitely one of the more anticipated cars of the year. There was the GT500, which reveals just like, it was really cool, I guess. I don't know. For some reason, the GT500 just wasn't that cool when it was finally revealed, especially because when they revealed the car, they didn't reveal its numbers with it. They went in a very roundabout way, which I mentioned this in my last video. Chevrolet did not do that. They went with the right way. They just said, hey, it makes 495. Is that just like this, oh my god, crazy number? No, but it's really good, especially again with making a sub 3 second 0 to 60 over 500 horsepower. What's the Z06 going to be capable of? What's this model ZR1 going to be able to do? The Grand Sport, if they do a Grand Sport, obviously won't do anything too crazy. It's just going to be most likely the car, just a bit sportier. It does come with a much cooler wing, in my opinion, versus just the little flaps. Not that those are bad on this generation, but I do like the little tiny wing that it has. So if you want to see more, obviously those clips were probably pretty short, but maybe we'll put them at the end. I don't know yet. Go find them out for yourself. Looks great. Can't wait to hear the car in person. Can't wait to see it in person. Hopefully it comes to a Chevrolet dealer near me. And I think that'll do it all for this episode. Just kind of wanted to get this out fast and everything while hype is still around. Maybe someone missed the reveal or didn't know somehow that it came out today. But so that'll do it for this episode. We'll be back tomorrow with something. We'll see. Maybe Corvette related, maybe not. I think I want to do a farewell video for the C7 going through the generations and things like that, and why that car will hopefully be a steal in the future. That'll do it for today. As always, like, comment, subscribe. If there's anything you did like in this video, put it down. If there's anything you didn't like in this video, not a lot of people ask this, but put that down in the comments. We will see you next time.